Get ready for the forecast because we are kicking things off with the weather update. Chief Meteorologist Crease reports that Tuesday will be the warmest day of the season, with a big temperature jump into the mid-80s and partly sunny skies. But hold onto your jackets because that warm-up will be short-lived, as needed rain and a significant drop in temperatures are set to arrive on Wednesday, which will also bring strong winds with gusts up to 40 miles per hour.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we dive into the cooler trend continuing through the week. Impact Day Wednesday is bringing scattered rain and isolated storms across the area. While dry skies have returned to kick off the work week, we are seeing patchy frost this morning, and a freeze watch is in place for our counties north and east of Allegheny from midnight through 8 a.m. We are watching for a second round of showers developing for the evening commute, with a marginal risk for strong to severe storms and damaging wind gusts. Now shifting gears completely to policy and development, we look at a major legislative battle. Environmental planner Sean Noonan is weighing in on the mode's CEQA Reform Bill as it heads to its final assembly hearing on Wednesday. This bill, introduced by Lori Wilson, aims to reshape rural development patterns in California by presuming that most transportation projects in non-metropolitan counties have a less than significant impact related to vehicle miles traveled. This proposal could fundamentally change how road and highway widening projects are evaluated, potentially allowing for more sprawling development patterns across California's non-metropolitan counties. Join us as we break down the arguments from proponents like Lori Wilson against the perspective of urban planner Sean Noonan, and stay tuned right here for all the latest breaking news and analysis. The weather forecast indicates a significant shift in conditions for the upcoming days, with Tuesday set to be the warmest day of the spring season. Temperatures are expected to climb into the mid-80s under partly sunny skies. However, this warmth is forecast to be brief. A change is anticipated on Wednesday, bringing cooler, rainy, and windy weather. Wednesday will feature a notable drop in temperatures and strong winds, with gusts potentially reaching up to 40 miles per hour. The cooling trend is projected to continue through the start of the weekend. The weather across the region has shown a significant shift, moving from a period of warmth to unsettled conditions. The recent days have featured the warmest spring weather recorded so far, bringing pleasant temperatures. However, this trend is set to reverse as conditions deteriorate on Wednesday. Forecasts indicate a change to cooler temperatures accompanied by rain and windy conditions. Residents are advised to prepare for these changing weather patterns. The weather outlook for the week indicates a continued cooler trend early in the week, with a notable chance for rain and storms expected on Wednesday, designated as Impact Day. Dry skies are returning to the area to kick off the new work week, with high temperatures expected to remain in the low to mid-60s through the middle of the week. Residents are already experiencing a cold start, with reports of patchy frost this morning. A freeze watch is currently in effect for counties north and east of Allegheny from midnight through 8 a.m. on Tuesday. However, the forecast offers some relief, predicting a mix of clouds and sunshine for both Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday is set to bring the main weather event. Rain showers are anticipated for part of the morning commute, followed by a break around lunchtime before a second round of showers develops for the evening commute. This second phase carries a chance for isolated thunderstorms, with a marginal risk for strong to severe storms, including damaging wind gusts being possible. Looking ahead, warmer days are on the horizon, with high temperatures projected to surge back into the 70s next weekend. Today is characterized by patchy morning frost, sun and clouds, and a breezy afternoon, with a high of 62 degrees. Tonight will be cold with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies and a low of 36 degrees. Tuesday begins with areas of frost and mostly sunny conditions, with a high of 65 degrees. Wednesday remains Impact Day, bringing scattered rain and isolated thunderstorms with a high near 67 degrees. Assembly Bill 2059, which modifies the California Environmental Quality Act, is set for its final assembly hearing on Wednesday, May 13, 2026, before the Assembly Appropriations Committee. Introduced by Assemblymember Lori Wilson, the bill aims to reshape rural development patterns by presuming that transportation projects located primarily in non-metropolitan counties will have a less than significant impact related to vehicle miles traveled, or VMT. The core of OB 2059 proposes that transportation projects situated at least 80% within non-metropolitan counties will be presumed to have a low VMT impact. Road and highway widening projects would need to demonstrate an evacuation or safety purpose. A standard proponents argue is easily met due to the routine use of roads by first responders. Proponents assert the bill is a necessary refinement to the implementation of SB 743, arguing that the current VMT framework is too rigid for rural conditions. They contend that the bill will facilitate critical infrastructure projects addressing evacuation, safety, and goods movement needs in rural areas. However, critics, including urban planning perspectives, suggest that OB 2059 represents a structural policy shift that could enable more road expansion and induce sprawl by allowing projects that would otherwise be restricted under current VMT standards. Concerns have been raised that this could reinforce automobile dependence and lead to more dispersed development patterns in non-metropolitan counties. Supporters counter that rural communities are disproportionately affected by current VMT thresholds, given longer travel distances and limited transit options, making automobile travel a necessity for accessing essential services. They also argue that the current VMT system has impeded project delivery by imposing complex and costly mitigation requirements, suggesting that many rural projects are primarily driven by life safety and emergency access needs. While some analysts question the reliability of VMT mitigation calculations across the state, proponents maintain that the proposed changes clarify the application of existing regulations, where travel behavior is more geographically driven than by development patterns. OB 2059 has garnered strong support from rural transportation and regional planning agencies, as well as industry groups including the Southern California Contractors Association and the California Trucking Association. While environmental organizations have shown evolving positions, including a shift to neutral stances after amendments, the limited opposition from conservation groups is noted amidst the bill's potential impact on land use and travel behavior.